Welcome to a Little Things card set tutorial. I'm Shari Filhamahala here at the G45 headquarters, and I am so excited to show you what we're creating with our new Little Things paper collection. In this video tutorial, we're going to add some fun layering using some distressing techniques. We're also going to distress our metal clock pieces that come in your kit and just really add some great texture and elements, really building up a scene with some fussy cuts. In the video tutorial, I'll teach you how to create these 3 gorgeous cards, and then with your leftovers, I will show you what you can create. These cards have been created for us by Nancy Wethington. Nancy is always showing us new great techniques, and these vintage distress techniques are going to be so fun with all your Graphic 45 papers. Now, this volume 2 for 2023 kit includes the Little Things 8x8 paper pack. You're going to get 3 of each of those sheets in there for a total of 24 gorgeous double-sided sheets. Little Things Chipboard, our 8-piece decorative metal clocks, the Ivory A2 envelope and card base, the project sheet and bag, and subscribers are going to get these Little Things, little buttons to go along with your kits. We do have a handful of these that are going to go in our a la carte kits as well. So if you are not a subscriber and you want this button, be sure to hop on over to our website, G45papers.com, to pick up a kit right away so you have a chance at one of these collector's buttons. To pick up that kit, you can head on down to our website, G45papers.com, or down to your local G45 retailer. We encourage you to grab whatever supplies you've got and join us for this fun tutorial. The first thing we want to do is grab our project sheet that came in your kit. If you're just following along with your own goodies, you can find this on our website at G45papers.com. Go up to that inspiration tab and down to project sheets, and you can print this bad boy out. Card 1, our grass is greener card. We are going to take our cut apart paper, Bloom and Grow, and we've cut this to be 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. Adhere this to the front center. Step 2, we're taking our Little Things signature paper, and we're going to cut out this side piece that's green polka dot, and we want this to be 5 1/4. Next, we're going to take our Hello Ladybug paper, and we've cut this strip to be 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. And our third strip is from What's Up Buttercup, and it's 5 1/4 by 2 inches. So one of the tricks with these cards is de-stressing these layers, giving it some great volume. There's a number of ways you can distress things, and so I'm going to do a different technique with each card. So my first card, I'm going to take some scissors, and I'm going to use the blade of my scissors to add some distressing. So I want my distressing just to be at the top. I'm going to keep my sides and my bottom nice and crisp, so it'll really stand out on the top. So the more you go in there with your scissor blade, the more texture you're going to get. Even some ripping, I think, is going to be nice for adding extra layers. Just do the same with all 3 layers. You know, you can even use some of your old kitchen knives that this will work great with. So a steak knife or a butter knife, this will also do the same trick. So you can see we're getting a lot of fun fuzzy fibers, and I want most of my distressing to be showing on the front. So you can kind of tilt your blade to be going towards the front. That way you'll be getting more of those broken white fibers showing on your card. So now we are going to put our layers on top of each other. Nancy has just used some regular wet adhesive to do that and left it flat. I'm going to try popping mine up to add even more dimension. So I've added some adhesive on either side, and on our front I've added some to the back of the right hand side. I've taken the adhesive backing off my middle layer, and I'm just going to put this right on top of my bottom largest layer. Now I've got my front layer, and this is going to go flush with the bottom. Now that we're all layered up, now we can add this to our card front. Now you can see those gorgeous layers, and it does look like a nice little garden bed or a grassy hill. From our Little Things signature paper, we are going to fussy cut out this mushroom with a door. From Forget Me Not, we're going to cut out this image with these 4 mushrooms and that cute little fairy elf. And then these 2 dancing cuties. Now let's start to paint our picture. So I've added my little mushroom with a door on the yellow layer, and then I've added a line of wet adhesive to the bottom of this, and this is just going to slide right in on our first green layer. I'm using a bone folder to make sure it's connecting. I've added adhesive to the bottom of our dancing couple, and they're just going to go right on top of our green. So we have quite a bit of dimension, some great shadows. This is going to be a stunning mantelpiece. Step 4 from Bloom and Grow, we've cut out this Grass is Greener border to be 5 1/4. For the inside of the card, we're going to cut another Grass is Greener strip to 5 1/2 and adhere it to the top about 1/4 of an inch from the crease. So I've taken a different approach to decorating the inside of mine. I put my border up there and my metal clock piece. I left mine the nice antique brass. And then here I put my chipboard on the bottom and only added the adhesive to that bottom space there. That way I could slide in a little photo, a place for a sentiment, or you could always slide in a gift card. So that's just a fun alternative. And then here's what Nancy has done. She has added her border and her chipboard up there, and then she's distressed her clock and then added some twine. And let me show you how to distress your clocks now if you want. So I have my chosen clock pieces, and I've just put it on my plastic 8x8 paper pack bag, poly bag. And then I've taken some Ivory white acrylic paint. It's just what I've got here in the office, but you could use any color that you want. Of course, I went a little overboard with how much paint I grabbed, but not to worry. And then we're just going to start painting this on. You can go as heavy as you want. If you want it all the way in there, all white, you can just dab it on till you get into all those nooks and crannies. And then just keep dabbing that until you have it how you like it in your nice even layer. So go ahead and rinse off your brush, and then we're gonna let these dry. Now while these dry, we'll move on. Now that we've finished up our card number 1, we'd love to know in the comments below, which one do you like? Do you like the more popped up version? Do you like the inside with the gift card holder? Or do you like it more on the flat version? It's gonna be better for sending in the mail with the shabby chic metal. We'd love to know. And then with your leftovers, here's how you can decorate up those envelopes. Card 2, Scattered Sunshine and Happiness. This is a vertical card, and we're going to start it off by cutting up What's Up Buttercup to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then begin to adhere that down. Using the B side of What's Up Buttercup, we are going to cut this one to be 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Make sure your top right or your top left and your bottom right corners look similar. Once you like that placement, you can smooth it out. Next, we are going to cut out these 2 border strips from our Bloom and Grow paper. So we've got this clover along with this blue scallop that's going to be 3/4 of an inch, 3 3/4 of an inch, and then the same Sunshine and Happiness, each with a flower on each side that's also 3 3/4 of an inch. In the project sheet, it lists other papers. However, if you pull, it says to take the sunshine and happiness from the signature sheet. It ends up being too large to fit in the space. So bloom and grow it is. And then we're going to take a piece of leftovers from our What's Up buttercup, and in the directions it says to cut it to 3 3/4 to 2 inches. I've cut mine to 3 inches just because we have that leftover, and I'm going to try a different approach to this. So I'm going to try a decaling approach. So I'm just going to score at 2 inches. So I've got a 1-inch score mark, and I'm going to fold on that score line back and forth. And since I've got my paintbrushes out already, I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm just going to run it along my score line on both sides, getting it a little bit wet. Now with a ruler, I am going to slowly pull towards me. So now you can see we have a nice little deckled edge already created for us, easy peasy. This is a really fun technique if you want to weather all 4 sides, especially, that you can go around and get a really nice even look that way. From our You Are My Sunshine paper, cut out this Scatter Sunshine and Happiness. We're going to do a little bit of fussy cutting from Forget Me Not. We're going to take out this mushroom with a door. And from Little Things, we've got this cute little elf. Add adhesive to What's Up buttercup in a U shape, creating our little pocket. To give it some more texture, I'm just taking my fingernails and curling this down a bit while holding it down. This also helps since I got it wet from the decaling. Adhere your clovers in a U shape. This time I'm going to go about a 1/2 inch from the bottom. And then here I'm just going to put adhesive on either side. So now I can add in my fussy cuts in each layer, or I could also use these different layers as pockets if I wanted to put in some other fun trinkets or photos. Next, we are sliding and adhering in our Scatter Sunshine and Happiness. Add adhesive to the bottom of this little cutie, and he's going to go just behind our shamrocks. And our mushroom is going to go right flush with our Sunshine and Happiness. So we're going to take our clock that we added so grab your clock that's been painted over, and I'm just going to use a pin to get those holes going. And then taking some sandpaper or a nail file, I'm going to go ahead and file the top layer so we'll reveal a little bit of silver on those numbers. And then you can see Nancy here has used some gorgeous embroidery floss to add a little extra fun to the card. So I'm just going to see what I have in my stash and decide which I should use. So we've got a few options to go with. We've got some nice ivory, greens, reds, and even some baker's twine. I'm leaning towards the red, so let me know what you would have picked in the comments below. Cutting off about 12 or so inches of that, just guessing. And then with one end, just going to thread this through that hole. Tie that in a knot, and then I'm going to tie another knot about 4 inches down the line. And then trim off our excess. Add some liquid adhesive to the back. It's going to stuff right in our shamrock pocket. And then go ahead and situate this however you'd like it. And then add this cute little ladybug chipboard to the front. So on the inside of Nancy's, she has this Scatter Sunshine chipboard piece, and the rest is plain. But we're gonna take her envelope inspiration and put it on the inside of our card. So this is my take on Nancy's envelope. So I've added it inside the card, and I've added a little space for a gift card. Super cute. And then I just put this on the outside of the envelope. Card 3, You Are My Sunshine. We're gonna cut a piece of Forget Me Not to be 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Step 2, I've cut Lazy Daisy, and I've cut this a little bit smaller than it says in the directions. I cut mine to 5 inches by 3 3/4. That way it's just gonna have a little more of that dark blue showing underneath. And then add some foam adhesives and pop that baby up. Bloom and Grow, we're gonna cut out these 4 borders. These 3 up here are gonna be 5 inches across, and this bottom one is 5 1/2. And with this, we're gonna do our last distressing technique, which is just tearing by hand. So I want to tear just this yellow part off. So I'm just gonna slowly pull down and then use my thumbnail as a stopper so I don't go too far. So this way you have a little more control and you can get it just how you like it. And if you want to add some distress ink, you can always use whatever your favorite color is that's coordinating and add a little bit of ink to that tattered edge. The butterfly border flush with the bottom of the ivory. So I'm going to add a bit of dimension to this border strip here by adding some foam adhesive. That's just going to go flush on top of our butterfly border. These little ladybugs are going to go right underneath there with scallop side up. From our signature page, we're going to fussy cut out the elf in a mushroom and these 2 little mushrooms. I've added some foam adhesive behind our cute little elf. And then adhere your You Are My Sunshine chipboard. Add your border in the inside about 1/2 inch from the top. And then from these 2 clocks, which one should we choose? The shabby one or straight up brass? I think I'm gonna go shabby. We're just gonna add our cute little ladybug in the center. Add some twine and adhere that down. So we have completed our card number 3. Which one do you like? Do you like the more dimensional one? Or you like it nice and flat? And then here's what Nancy has done with this gorgeous envelope. With your leftovers, you can create this gorgeous gem. May your troubles be few and your blessings be many. So here we have our sprinkled kindness. We have a variety of borders from Bloom and Grow. This sentiment comes from You Are My Sunshine, and another border from Bloom and Grow with a chipboard and metal clock. Nancy has also popped this up using her fun method where you just take a scrap piece, fold it in half, and you have some instant dimension. Card 5 features our What's Up Buttercup green dot in the background here, and then we've got another layer of Lazy Daisy. Our little sentiment's going to come from You Are My Sunshine, and this comes from Little Things title. And you can see Nancy has painted this clock with some red and black layered on there. It's really cute and sanded down. We've got another chipboard piece, and on the inside a fussy cut with another border. Card 6 features a lot of our signature page Little Things. You can see this fussy cut image out here, the sunshine and happiness, this floral piece here, and then in the background we've got Hello Ladybug, a gorgeous combination. And then inside, we've just taken apart one of those ladybug borders and added there with an extra chipboard piece. So what do you think of this gorgeous dimensional card set? We'd love to see what you created, so go ahead and share your projects with us on Instagram using that graphic45 hashtag. And if you're looking for more great tutorials like this, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then hit that notification bell so you know each and every time we upload a new fun and fabulous video. Thank you for joining us, and as always, happy paper crafting.